Hey everyone, it's Jared from acousticnature.com, and welcome back to another episode of Behind the Sounds. In this episode, I was seeking silence in the Hammersley wild area located in Pennsylvania. Part of the Susquehannock State Forest, the Hammersley wild area totals over 30,000 acres. It is the largest roadless area in Pennsylvania and has been called a jewel and a state treasure by the Pennsylvania Audubon Society. I was originally attracted to the Hammersley while studying a light pollution map. I was surprised to see such a large Class II dark sky in the middle of Pennsylvania. It really stands out on the map in an otherwise heavily polluted region encircled by major cities like Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and New York. It's no surprise that Cherry Springs State Park, just north of the Hammersley, is a popular destination for astronomers. It's consistently rated as one of the top 7 best stargazing places worldwide. After my interest was piqued, I went to all trails to see what hiking trails existed in the area. With many options to choose from, I settled on the Twin Sisters Trail. The trail was short, easily accessible, and 3.5 miles away from the closest primary road. Hiking from north to south, the trek was only 2.5 miles to an incredible vista made possible by a forest fire back in 1964. In total, I spent 6 nights in the Hammersley, and it was my most successful recording trip to date. I experienced 0 vehicle noise pollution and only occasional aircraft noise, which allowed me to routinely capture noise pollution-free recordings during the day. In total, I added 72 tracks totaling almost 3 hours to my sound library. The site of the wildfire was dominated by impressive black cherry trees and featured a few stands of spruce. There was a large clearing of dead and dried ferns from the past season, and new fronds were just beginning to emerge. Due to the lack of vegetation in this clearing and its high elevation, near constant winds blew through the region and was one of the first sounds I sought out to capture. Here, I used my new recording setup consisting of Lewitt 540 Subzero mics mounted in a SASS array, recording to a Zoom F3. I prefer the stereo image of the Subzeros in the SASS versus ORTF. For wind protection, I used 2 winter hats layered over the SASS. Some wind noise leaked through during particularly strong gusts, but this was intentional. Since we actually hear those low-frequency rumbles when wind contacts our ears, a little wind leak sounds realistic to me. For the first few days of the trip, my goal was to record these windy ambiances. I experimented with different locations, different vegetation, and different microphone heights and angles. The following is my favorite capture from the trip. One of the downsides of camping on the peak was lack of water access. Almost every day, I hiked down the mountain and drove 3 miles to reach the STS trail. After a short 1-mile hike, I reached the Hammersley Fork where I could refill my water stores. Besides being my lifeline, the Hammersley Fork was also a great recording opportunity. Here, I brought out my sound staff, a recording technique that I learned in episode 10 of the Behind the Sound series. The sound staff is a mobile recording technique consisting of a tripod or monopod mounted microphone and body mounted recorder. I clip the Zoom F3 to my belt and power it with a power supply I store in my backpack hip pocket. I really love this technique for exploring an area while constantly monitoring the live audio of my surroundings. This technique deeply connects me to the sounds around me and is great for capturing different sound expressions of a source while experimenting with angle, distance, and height. The best part is that the rig is always ready to record. There's no need to set up and break down gear between locations. Using this technique, I recorded several segments of the river. The following is my favorite. Near the end of my trip, thunderstorms rolled into the Hammersley. Since I don't yet have a rain protection solution for my SASS, I looked for natural rain protection. While exploring, I found several trees with large hollow cavities, and I thought that they would be perfect for shielding my microphones from the rain. While location scouting, I frequently clapped my hands together and listened to how the sound reverberated throughout the landscape. I ended up settling on a tree tucked into the corner of a clearing that had excellent surrounding acoustics. Here is a recording of the thunder from that location. Not only did this location successfully protect my mics from the rain, it also captured an incredible recording of the dawn chorus the following morning. You can really hear the reverberant landscape during the drumming of the woodpeckers. This trip was really incredible, both in sights and sounds. I look forward to revisiting this location in the future and capturing the Hammersley sounds throughout the seasons. Please leave a comment below to let me know if you enjoyed this narration style behind the sounds episode. If you'd like to help grow the channel, leaving a like or subscribing really goes a long way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.